Putting clients first isn't just a slogan. It's embedded into how advice is structured and how decisions are made. Even when it's harder, less convenient, or commercially less attractive, the priority always remains doing what is right for the client. Hi everyone, my name is Matthias and I'm a senior client advisor at Provident. I grew up in a very close-knit family. I have an older sister and a younger brother, and my parents were always very present in our lives. Whenever I had issues in school or got into trouble, my first instinct always was, it's okay, my dad will be able to solve this. To me, he was like my hero. And that sense of safety shaped me deeply. And today, as a father of two boys, 11 and 15, that's something I'm very intentional about building in my own family. And I'm grateful that we share a close bond. When I come home from work, they still come to the door to give me a hug, and sometimes they text me interesting things they read or funny videos they saw online. And beyond the light moments, they also come to me to share their joys and their struggles. And we get to laugh together and at times even cry together. And it's something I never take for granted. In many ways, my dad also influenced my career path. He was a practitioner in the industry himself and managed a group of financial advisors. So growing up, I had a front row seat to the work that advisors do and the impact they can have on families. He believed very strongly in the financial advisory profession and would often remind me that as advisors, we are entrusted with a very unique privilege. Clients allow us into parts of their lives that even their families and closest friends may not see. For example, their health concerns, their finances, their fears, and their hopes for the future. And because of that trust, we have the opportunity to make a real difference in their lives. And that perspective really stayed with me. So stepping into this profession was never accidental, but something I had been intentionally growing towards over the years. And while I was still in university, I had already completed all my certification requirements and started working part-time with my dad as a financial advisor. At the same time, while completing my business degree, I was also studying for the Certified Financial Planner certification, or the CFP, and managed to complete most of the CFP papers before I graduated. And I went on to spend many meaningful years with my previous firm, growing in experience, building trust with clients, and supporting families through key milestones in their lives. But after being there for a long time, I found myself entering what I would describe not so much as a midlife crisis, but more of a midlife clarity. There was a growing restlessness, and I found myself asking deeper questions about my work, my impact, and the kind of professional I wanted to become in the next season of my life. It was around that time that I enrolled in a 9-month coaching program. And looking back, it came at exactly the right point in my life. The program pushed me out of my comfort zone, challenged me on many assumptions, and caused me to reflect more deeply on the kind of person I wanted to become in the next phase of my life. And it ultimately led me to make a significant decision, which was to step away from the firm I had been with for 16 years. Now here's a fun fact. When I graduated some 17 years ago, I actually applied for a job at Provident and was interviewed by Chris, our CEO, and Vincent, a director at Provident. And although I didn't join Provident back then, I continued to follow the firm from a distance, watching how it grew, what it stood for, and the reputation it was building in the industry. So when I was considering what I wanted to do next, I reached out to Chris. We reconnected, I went through the interview process, and today, here I am. Coming to Provident, I was honestly curious whether the firm would really be like what I had envisioned all these years. And I can say it truly is. And one of the things I deeply respect about Provident is its thought leadership in the industry. The firm has never been content to simply follow market practices, but has continually sought to raise the standards of wealth management, challenging norms and advocating for what is right for the clients. And the second thing that stood out strongly was how relentlessly client-centric the firm is. Putting clients first isn't just a slogan. It's embedded into how advice is structured and how decisions are made. Even when it's harder, less convenient, or commercially less attractive, the priority always remains doing what is right for the client. The third aspect that impressed me was Provident's institutionalized approach. In many traditional firms, advisors are expected to do everything. But here, the firm is built as a true team-based practice with dedicated specialists supporting investments, insurance solutions, and client experience. And that structure allows client advisors like myself to focus deeply on what matters most, which is journeying well with families. We walk alongside clients as they share their stories, their fears, their hopes, and what truly gives life meaning. It reminds me that this role is not just technical, it's relational, because sometimes the most important thing we do isn't recommending an investment portfolio, it's asking a question that changes how someone sees their future. And that's what I look forward most in my journey at Provident, to make financial planning not just about accumulating wealth, but about helping our clients live lives aligned with what truly matters. In many ways, the privilege my dad spoke about all those years is something I get to live out every day in this role. I'm grateful to be part of the firm, and I look forward to the journey ahead.